Hey, and welcome to the I Have No Clue podcast. I am Cornelia, and I love to share this story with you about why you should choose small steps over big steps and dump perfectionism. By the way, because I'm not going to re-record it. First, before we start, I want to talk about my own business. I have a meditation package that you can use to set your own goals, especially when you feel stuck right now. And you want to choose small steps over big steps, then maybe that's something you should check out. I will put a link in the notes so you can check it out. Um, let's dive in. Why you should choose small steps over big steps. And especially these small steps should be continuous. I want to start out with a story on my own Instagram goal. Or it's not really about the Instagram stories itself. It's about getting comfortable on camera with myself, with my voice, with how I move, how I look, and my English accent. um, and I set a kind of ambitious goal. I want to make a story every day this year on Instagram to improve my story style skills and everything that comes with it. So how this got started. Last year when I started my business coach said to me, "You should have an Instagram account." And I was like, "No, I am not going to do that. I don't like social media. I'm not into this. It's scary. It's everything I don't want to do." And well, it's not really a good thing when you're a business owner. you need to you need to like dive in, be present, show up, show yourself, share what you're doing. And that had a big I had a big mountain to climb over to start doing that. And I started out by making some stories. I started at zero, literally zero followers because I didn't have an Instagram account. So I couldn't switch up my personal account with a couple of hundred followers out for my professional account. Would have been nice though, because on Facebook I have like a lot of friends and I didn't have them on Instagram. So it's kind of hard to grow your followership from zero. And I decided I needed to learn this skill. It's because making stories and telling stories, it is a skill and you can get better at it. So I started out, even though I wasn't feeling very excited about this all, and I found a course. I found a course on making stories, and I followed this course, and I changed my mindset about Instagram because now I think Instagram is amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it because I have so much control on what I see and what I don't see. And it's really easy to learn filming myself, to learn telling this story, and even on the low days, I make a story now. But it took me a year to start doing that. Last year, when I sat down to set my goals for this year, I said, okay, I want to get really good. I want to see what happens if I'm gonna do this every single day. That's a big goal. But the thing is, the steps I have to take are just each day one story, and it's just 15 seconds. So it isn't that much of work to do this. Um, and same is with my horse. I bought a horse a couple of years ago, and I bought her with the idea I can start her under the saddle myself. So I teach her how to ride and how to do everything basically from scratch, which is also a big thing. We are 2 years in now in training, and I haven't ridden her yet because she's not ready physically, mentally. Um, we are at the point now that she is, and I am too. So this year is going to be the year that we're going to take the leap. But I took a lot of small steps with her, just teaching her how to pick up her feet and all the basic kind of things in handling a horse. And this is how I did that. I check in regularly with myself each week. What kind of goals do I have? What is it that I can do this week that will bring me closer to my goals? And I set out a time in my schedule. For me, it's on Mondays, but you can do this like any day that suits you, right? So I sit down on Monday morning and I write down the answers to this question: what do I want to do this week? Because honestly, there's no point in doing something I don't want for my own goals, right? Or taking the leap and doing something you don't like. It's because you know it's going to bring you what you want. Then it's fine and you can write it down. And so that's the first question. What do I want to do this week? So for my Instagram story goal, it's very simple. 7 days, a story. Um and for my horse, it's a little bit different, and sometimes I don't write anything down, but usually I write something down like this week practice 2 times, I don't know, walking in hand or going for a walk on the property, to gain confidence. And then I write the next thing down, because I have 2 questions. Why is it that I want to do it? Why do I want to do this? And it's usually because I will mention what I wrote down the last couple of times. It's because I deserve it. I love myself. I am worthy of earning money by helping other people, which is something that applies to my business goals. Or I love growing, challenging myself. It brings me so much joy, energy, and self love. Or the one from this week, because I deserve it. I deserve to build a great life, loving and caring for myself and others. So that helps me to attach the small steps to a greater, bigger thing, because it's always about how you want to feel, right? Like it's not actually the goal itself, it's how you gonna feel when you reach the goal. Well, it's really nice to have that feeling already when you take small steps. So that's how I take steps each week. It I usually check off all the things, but sometimes something happened during the week and then I don't. And then I just sit down next week, ask myself the same questions. What do I want to do this week? And why is it that I want to do this? So to I do that with my horse too. These steps, and for this week I wrote down play with my horse, which is just some random thing I can do to make ourselves have a more happy relationship and have a great connection before we start taking the leap and starting her under the saddle. And for Instagram, I do that as well. So I write down I want to make 7 stories. And I'm recording this in May. I did that since January 1st this year. And I like it. I really like making a story every day. Well, not all the time. And when I don't like it, I start out doing it. And then it's action creates motivation. So when I open my app and start making my story, I get motivated. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I just aim for average. Average stories, in my opinion. And they are maybe better for, like, they could be perfect for someone else, right? So it's all right for me that it's just average. But I take these steps every single day, and it are small steps. They're not big. I'm not doing a post, a reel, and a story every day. That would be like a lot, right? I just Take it small, one story a day. And if I do something else, that's just bonus. That's all right. So by doing this every week I sit down and write down what do I want to do? Why do I want to do this? Imagine what it would bring you if you did that each week. That you sit down and write down what you want to do, not what you need to do. What do you want to do? And why do I want to do this? Where can you be in a year or even in 5 years if you did this every week? That's where I want to end this podcast. Thank you so much for listening. If you like to set out goals in a different way and know how you can take small steps instead of big ones, check out my meditation package. And I put the link in the course notes. Course notes, hear me, podcast notes. And I hope to hear you next. I hope to hear from you next time.